So then your passion, though, too, I think the word that, I don't know that you used it, but I hear constant modeling. When you wake up, I mean, I'm just kind of going underneath this a little bit, is I want to be, and I'm committed to be a constant model in who I am, what I do, and what I stand for. As a leader, as a teacher, as a mirror to you. Right.
You know, everything comes out of your pain. All change comes from pain. You know, so my background is I grew up in an environment where we didn't want anyone to see what was going on behind the scenes. You know,
imagine
it's like,
that.
yeah, imagine that. Like, you know, I would remember my mom would be very sick, and when it was time to bring her to the hospital, my dad would say, you know, don't let the ambulance come during the day. Let it come at night. We don't want any of the neighbors to see what's going on here. And so I grew up with this. There's these two worlds. The one that I want you to think and the one that really is. And as those paths went out, I became less of who I wanted to be. And then through a series of experiences, you know, it came back together again. And today, my absolute commitment is who you see is who you get. You can come live with me, and I want you to know I walk my talk. And that's been a journey because, you know, sometimes I'm over here and I'm going, hey, who knows? And what I've learned is the who knows is I'm who. Not like I'm who, but who knows? Who? I'm who. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? That's right. And so I always look at that, and I know that the closer that comes together for myself and for agents and for everybody, the more authentic and the more referable you become. Not just referable, but the more people come to you as opposed to you out pursuing things. Right. You know, you know, I'm learning today that you just get really clear on who you want to be, and it comes to you. Not that you don't have to do the work. Sure. You show up, but it's out of your passion you're doing it. It's not out of, oh, I got to get to work today. I got to call my clients. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's why I think
there's inspiration
there. Yeah.
It's what I say is this: is when this thing becomes work, I'm out of here.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the way. And it's not work because you love what's occurring in the lives of the people that you're helping. You know,
And the tough side of that is, you know, when it doesn't happen, but we've got to just know that we serve at the highest level. I mean, that's really what we do. So as you look at, as your business has progressed to where it's at today, talk to how you're serving agents, and is there a specific group that you find, whether it's at a production level, or would you find that anyone that at whatever level they're at in the industry can be served with your leadership, your coaching, your training?
It's a good question. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. You know, it's like, so I'm not for everybody. You're not for everybody. You know, so you know, you have to taste it. You have to sample it. And so we do a lot of things where people can take a free sample. You know, so we have more presence on the internet for real estate agents to just sample us. And most of those people are referred to us. Like somebody will say, well, I don't know if he's for you. Go over to YouTube and type his name in and just watch, see what happens. And so a lot of our business comes to us where people say, you know, yeah, I like the message. I like the message when I hear. Or, you know, some people might watch and go, you know, it ain't for me, man. Guys, it's like too much for me. Yeah. So, you know, I think that, you know, you connect with people. But when we do meet somebody, what we want to help them do is make the subtle shift of instead of thinking about asking for referrals, like that, getting that mind, removing that mindset, to actually offering to help the people that the person they're talking to knows. So if you have a friend or a family member who will need help, and I don't know where they need help, they may owe more in their home than it's worth and they don't know what to do, they just need a little bit of advice, would you introduce them to me and I'll see if I can help them out. Not, would you refer someone to me, you know, like where I'm trying to get something for me, but to make the shift is I care enough about you because I know you care enough about the people you love, and if they need any help or guidance or any questions answered, listen, I want to offer my time and expertise to them. If they want to just give me a quick call, I'd be glad. Whether they do business with me or not, I would love to give them that help. So that's a subtle shift, and when people get that, they go, oh, you know what, I think I can move in that direction. You know,
What I'm hearing you say, it's again comes back to that space of serving.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
It's abundant.
Yeah.
Instead of the scarcity I need.
Right.
I have to ask, which probably shuts agents down a lot of the time.
What do you think? Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because they're afraid if I have to go out and get it, and we make that distinction. You're not in the business to get referrals. you're in the business of becoming the person who receives referrals. And it's those little subtle shifts in insight where you go, oh, I can receive a referral. I don't want to call up and get one.
Right, right. And what you're talking about in your principles and what you teach is go out and make a deposit.
Yeah.
Go out and make a deposit from that space.
Right.
And then, because so much of what we see, what I've experienced, and before I'd seen you, and it was sheer force and terror, prospect and give me business, give me, and play the numbers game. And then as I matured at a lot of different levels, I thought, you know what, if I serve first, it's going to appear, and even more so and more so. And then when I detach from the outcome, but really focus on the process. Process of integrity.
Right. And that's where you find those words next time. You know, I've always been fascinated with language.
Yes.
And I've always been fascinated with how certain words cause people to have a thought which produces some type of chemical, neurological reaction that causes some feeling, and then we know that out of feeling we behave.
Sure.
So it's thought, feel, behave, and it happens in an instant, stimulus, pause, response. And so what I've been conscious of is helping agents find language that they're responsible for. So when they speak, they know that you're installing a thought that's going to cause a feeling, that's going to cause an action. So you speak, and you watch the person act after you're done speaking, and if they don't act in the direction that is what your intention was, it's not, it's not that they didn't lower their price, it's the way you spoke to them that caused them not to lower their price. So they'll come to me and say, give me words that cause people to act in the direction that is in their best interest that I don't know. It's in their best interest to lower the price, but I don't know how to say it in a way where they do it, and then I'm going, they don't want to lower their price, and they're not being accountable. And I'm saying, wait, be accountable and find the words that will cause them to lower the price. And that's where my studies in linguistics and neurolinguistics and all the work I've done over the last 30 years and just really concentrating on crafting precision language for situation, where agents will come and go, oh man, I got so much more confidence, I feel more referable, I feel like a client, like if a client gives you a resistance or an obstacle or a stall, they want you to overcome it.
Sure they do.
You know, they don't want to sabotage their success. They want to lower their price, but they don't want to just, okay, here. They want to do it because it's going to help them reach their goal. And they need someone to be that, have the words for them. And that's what they're paying you to do. Or when they're in a tough negotiation, they want someone to know how to put words so they move forward. When they want to do that, but it's not in their consciousness, but when they're done, they go, thank you for, not letting me get my way one more time. I almost, didn't get the house that the kids need, and here I was going to give it up for $5,000, and my kid's now going to go to the best college, and because he's got his own bedroom, he's not disturbed by his little brother anymore, and he can study, and that money my parents left me for, to put the kid through college, I can now make that dream come true. And here I was about to lose it all because I didn't want to lower the price by $3,200. Thank you so much. That's the deeper truth.
That's right.
And so we help agents and lenders get there with the client, where the client has that type of experience, and it happens when you speak. My favorite quote, John, of all times is from Robert Greenleaf. He says, only speak when what you're about to say will improve upon the silence. As a leader, and as an agent, I mean, wow, how powerful of a mindset that is. And I often say to agents, I'll meet agents, boy, you look good. And then you started talking. It's like, oh, no,
and
what
what
happened?
strikes me, it keeps coming into my mind as I'm hearing this and feeling it, is you've moved the experience of manipulation out of the process for the agent who, whether consciously or unconsciously, feels when they're going in there that I'm going to manipulate through this.
Right.
To a space of facilitation and self-discovery of something that serves people.
Yeah.
And that's beautiful.
And that's where I connect with you so much, is that the agent's responsibility is to put into words so the client has what I come to call is insightful understanding. And it's in that moment, of that little insight, they go,